Hi, this is Lakhi Singh, the property fixer, here to fix you and help you grow your property and your business affairs to the next level. So if you're looking for knowledge and insights about how to get involved in property, solve your problems about scalability in your property business, then do watch our 20-minute clips. We've taken them from hundreds and, well, thousands of videos that we've taken over the last 6 months, and we've broken them into simple chunks which can make them useful for you. So do watch and do subscribe to our YouTube channel underneath as well.
Good morning, UK. Good morning. We've had technical problems this morning, but I think we're back online. We have Lakhi Singh, the property fixer, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. every morning. Morning, Lakhi Singh, the property fixer. How are you doing?
Morning, I'm very well, thank you.
Excellent.
Can't be better.
Excellent. We've got a good morning today. We've got a new guest on, lovely lady by the name of Sonia Lambert.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, we're going to introduce her slightly further on and get a brief about her life story, where she's at, what she's doing. Apparently, she's launching something on the 1st of October, and it's not a NASA spaceship, I've been told. So we're going to go through certain things today. Commercial lending being one of the underlying topics of this week. Commercial lending, and in particular buy-to-let lending, and then the compliance part of commercial lending. So we're going to go through that as already stated. And obviously the saying of the week, you cannot keep a determined person down. So we're going to start off by asking Sonia. Sonia, morning. And give us a quick brief about your life story. I know that I've read certain things about you, good, not bad, but you tell you in your own words your wonderful life story. And I say wonderful because you don't have to be famous in terms of being on the television to have a wonderful story. Every story has color. So, Sonia.
Well, I've definitely got colour. I've definitely got colour. Right, a little bit about me. I was born in the East End of London. My parents both came. I'm an East Ender, yeah, and I'm an original East Ender. So I was actually born in Bow. So we've been Bow Girls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, love? You know what I mean, geezer? Yeah, so I was born in East End of London. My parents came from Jamaica in the 1950s, so they were part of the Windrush generation.
Yes.
So I was one of 6. So we all had the same start, but for some reason I thought I was quite different from the rest of my family because I was really ambitious, and I used to read a lot. I'm not saying that they weren't ambitious, but I had like bigger dreams for myself, and I think that was kind of embedded in me because for some reason my mom said to me, you're never going to amount to anything. And the thing is, when you're told that every single day of your life, you start to believe it. And then I come to a point where I was the rebel without a cause. I used to rebel. So I used to read, used to spend all my time in the library. I was always trying to find ways to better and improve myself. So I was the only one in my family that went to grammar school because I passed my 11+. And then from there I went on to college.
But did your mom say you weren't going to make it before grammar or after grammar?
Oh yeah. From a very young age, I was always told.
Okay. So maybe the question is, was your mom being clever and playing a bit of reverse psychology on you?
I don't know. It didn't feel like it at the time. It didn't feel like it at the time.
God bless your mom for the reverse psychology. So
yeah, I suppose like now it's kind of given me the drive to prove that I can do better. But at the time, when you're a young child and you believe that, it kind of takes away your confidence and your self-esteem. And I think as a result of that, I think I made a few mistakes in my life because I just didn't think I was worthy. But then, you know, things happen. You go through life, and you know, life has its knocks, it has its ups and downs. But the thing is, you know, I left college and I went to work, and then I was even a bigger disappointment to my mum because I became a single parent at 19.
Excellent, wonderful. You became a mother, which is a wonderful thing to be.
Yeah.
the most professional and rewarding and entertaining job on the planet, I think. 24 hours.
Entertaining.
Okay.
Yeah, but I did that, but that kind of made me even more determined, because I didn't want to be, the fact that I was a single parent define who I was.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose I've always had that inner determination to better myself. So, you know, I went and I did a part-time degree course, I did that, and I always aspired to do better and progress within any job that I had. So,
okay, so why was it after college then? I mean, you went to grammar school. I assume you passed with good grades.
yeah.
Yes, O level. And
Yeah.
you went to college. So why after college was it not the progress to uni going upwards? Or
Well, I think when I was younger, I always had a passion for fashion and art and design, and I wanted to go to arts. I wanted to go to art school, but my parents didn't think it was the right route for me to take, because there was no money in it. So I suppose what you kind of follow the route that your parents make for you, and then you come to a point in your life when you start to make decisions for yourself. But at that time, going to college and getting a job, because I was quite lucky because I had friends who worked within the recruitment industry. So every college holiday, I had a job to go to because they were able to place me. So I've been working since I was about 16, 17.
So you were making moves at a very young age.
Oh yeah, I've got the moves.
Talking about making moves, I'm not going to cut you in because your stories, I mean, I'm getting absorbed. It's a bit like a movie, less than a story. I'm going to move from you back to Lakhi Singh. And there's a couple of things come out of your conversation, which I think are probably more cultural. And they're cultural in terms of they don't appear to happen in normal in Caucasian, you can say, or you could say
the British culture,
indigenous cultures, in terms of British standard culture would not have that type of expectation or direction in terms of career. Is that right, Lakhi? Were you somewhat guided by mom and dad's motivations or their understanding of what you were and what you should be doing?
Yeah, I was a mummy's boy, and also I actually was very sort of led probably 95% by my parents in terms of what I was doing.
Yeah.
Till about I think 23, 24. I think the philosophy and the sort of Punjabi or Sikh sort of religion and culture is to get a lot of education, many diplomas and degrees and PhDs and MBAs that you can get on your name.
Yeah.
Then you can you'll find a nice girl and you get settled and you get married, and then be happy families. That's the sort of philosophy, which is pretty much what I followed. Actually, I sort of followed the very traditional route that my parents set. So I actually worked really, really hard to keep up to their expectations. And I think my biggest worry was actually letting them down. It wasn't about what I wanted. It's more about how do I ensure that my parents and their vision for what they've got for me is actually satisfied.
Okay. I think this probably comes from good cultural practice. I think, with Afro-Caribbean and Asian families, there is a family bond or some gel there, although there may be variations. So, Sonia, coming back to you. So you've then obviously had a lovely child. Was it a boy or a girl?
I had a boy. I had a boy at that time. Yeah, I had a boy.
Okay. I thought you said you didn't know, but yeah, I understand. It's a boy. What was his name?
His name's Wes. His name's Wes. Wes.
Sounds like
that's my first son. That's my first son.
Right. So it sounds a bit like Wesley Snipes.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Wesley Snipes. Yeah.
Okay. Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he and is he cryogenically frozen in the future and coming back to cause mischief?
Oh, right, okay. Well,
Is it?
Yeah, no.
Is alive and
If,
kicking?
everything's fine. He's fine. He's fine. He's
Great.
fine.
So,
Big boy, big man.
big man,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so you had a child. You're a mother now, but you're determined to become someone or get on in your life, and whether
Yeah,
that goal is,
yeah.
you know, to become a film star or become a, you know, a Miss Robinson of the business world. That's a separate matter.
Yeah.
You now. You've got the degree, apparently. You've done some, you're doing evening classes, is that right?
Yeah, yeah, did a business degree.
Okay. Business degree. What did you get the business degree in? What was it specifically? Was it just a simple master's of business administration?
Postgraduate diploma in business management.
Excellent.
So it's the highest level. I did a 2-year course in a year.
Excellent.
So it was really hard.
Yeah, you were a grammar school child, so obviously you had the acumen. It's just that you changed direction.
Working, childcare.
Yeah, exactly.
I was juggling a lot of balls.
Talking of balls, yeah. Lucky. The general rule is not to juggle too many balls, isn't that right?
Yeah, but I was definitely juggling there.
Yeah, I think you know, at certain times in your life, I think you got to do what you got to do, and this is where the determination factor comes in. I think Sonia, I think, had something to prove, and she basically literally was striving for that, you know, like a high level aspiration in terms of what she wants to get to.
And I think this topic came up the other day, didn't it, Lucky? The topic came up the other day that a lot of people into property, and I think 90% of people, probably more than that, who are in property are probably more aspirationally led. They're not looking at property as a business. That was quite a common theme that was coming out last week, that unfortunately people are looking at aspirational thinking rather than business thinking when they go into property, because they're trying to get out of the life they're in, the rut. And the aspiration is to be financially free. Is that right? Not right, Lucky? Is that not one of the things that gets marked?
I think the aspiration is the aspiration's always a trigger. I think anybody also in getting into business or in a successful profession, the aspiration is the one that is the fire that gets them kick-started, you could say, into that process. And then some people get into a position where the aspiration actually then converts them into getting all the, let's just say, the knockbacks and the obstacles and the understanding, the comprehensive understanding of something. And then that's the point where they become a specialist in what they do. And
talking of specialists, Lakhi Singh, we got Sajal Patel, specialist FC with Cardigan Tate, morning with Lakhi Singh, the property fixer side. And so, as usual, Bob Singh, very prompt. He's got his eye on your ball, Lakhi. Got his eye on your ball. Okay, coming up to Sonia. Sonia, degree, now what happens?
So say again?
You've got the degree, what happens?
Yeah, I got my degree, but I always aspired to progress through my career to get the highest level I could. But the thing is, with that comes responsibility as well. So, you know, I've worked in all sorts of industries. I've worked in banking, public relations, you name it, I've worked in it. And for the last 16 years, it's been the NHS. But by doing contract work, I was able to invest in property because, you know, the income is there. And me and my husband, we were out one day, and we've always wanted to get involved in property, but didn't quite know how to do it. But then one day we were actually on a day out on the Orient Express. It was amazing. And
Orient Express.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a good place to start looking for properties.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That type of thing. Okay, so you're on the Orient Express. You're trying to. You're on journey. Were you on the Orient Express or
on journey?
Stationary. Okay.
Yeah, on the journey, and then we saw an ad in the metro, in fact, for a property investment event, a property training event. So
was that at the station? Was that at the station? You tried to read the ad?
No, we were on the train.
Oh, right,
we were on the train being served our special breakfast.
Excellent. Right.
Yeah, so we saw the advert in the paper for a property investing or training event, and then we decided to go for it. And like from there, it was just amazing because it really opened our eyes, because we've never ever been in that. We've seen people, we knew people that involved in property, but we just didn't know how to get into it. So
Okay,
when we
good
saw,
question.
yeah,
Where are you now? You're no longer in the East End, because if you were, I would have seen you in the Vic. You're no longer there. So where are you in the United Kingdom?
we're
Whereabouts
in
are you now?
we're in the Garden of England in Kent.
Kent. Excellent. So you're in Kent. You're in the East End still. And where was your first property? Was it in
No,
Kent, or
it
is
was in
it
Ipswich.
outside of? Ah,
Ipswich.
very diverse. Okay, so you're quite risque, I would say. So you're quite
Yeah.
happy to go out of your comfort zone or your
Yeah,
area.
yeah,
And
yeah.
do
I
excellent. I like
always go
that.
outside
Okay,
my comfort zone.
that sounds very, very business-like, because Lakhi Singh, I'm going to switch over to him, because there's things about Lakhi Singh which come to be quite common to you, apart from both of you being very good, smart-looking young individuals. He also invested property across the whole of the UK, and I think the furthest north, where was it, Lakhi, that you went?
Scotland.
Scotland. So I think any further than that would have been investing into an oil rig. Is that right, Lakhi Singh?
Close enough.
Exactly. Okay. So we've got the fact that your first property was in Ipswich. So, and you went to this show, this presentation,
Yeah.
and you learned, and you obviously interest you. So what were your feelings? What did you realize immediately about property that you knew you had to get into it? What was the real hook that got you into property?
The real hook. The thing is, as I said, I've been working since I was like 16, and I just didn't want to continue working till 65. And
Excellent.
and I think when you get involved in property or in a business outside your circle of friends, you get to learn that there is more to life, and
Excellent.
there's you get to meet entrepreneurs, and you meet people that have actually done what you inspired to do, and those people can become your mentors. And you just learn so much, and it kind of opens your mind, opens your eyes to other opportunities. And that's where I discovered that, your day job is your linear income, where you exchange your time for money. But then there's other ways, there's other income streams that you can actually provide you with an income that you don't have to worry about the alarm clock commuting on the train. You can be your own boss. And ultimately, that's what I want to be. Well, me and my husband, we want to be our own boss.
Okay, this is a bit of good advice, I'd say, for a lot of people, because I think it was yourself yesterday, or possibly the day before yesterday, who was giving general advice about the fact that yes, in property it's good, but you've got to have alternative streams of income. And I think you said online business. You said obviously a job, so and then property. And I think to a lot of people, the job seemed a bit overly committed, because they thought, well, if you're working 9 to 5, how are you going to manage online, and how are you going to do your property affairs? But you've answered that question, and that is, if you don't want to be someone else's employee, you want to be your own boss. So when you talk about employment or having a job, what you're really saying is being more of a contractor, in terms of going out on contract, where you've got the say of what you want to do, rather than being on a 9 to 5. And that is how you can balance your time to be able to do your property business and to do your online business. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah,
Sonia?
yeah. Because as a result of doing contracting work, I can do like part time. I can work from home part time. I can be in the office part time. If I want to take 6 weeks holiday, I can take 6 weeks holiday. Because when you're on your 9 to 5, you have to ask permission to go on holiday that suits your employer. Whereas as I'm, well, self-employed,
I like
if I choose
that.
to,
Very assertive, very assertive.
it's about being in control of your own life, isn't it? And your own
So
destiny.
you're excellent. That's obviously one of the things, and I think the topic again, or the underlying theme is aspiration and becoming financially free. And what does freedom mean? The right to take your own decisions, the right to take holidays when you want, the right to stay at home if you need to, the right to get up when you want to. That is obviously freedom in terms of not breaking away. You're not a bit like